Bitcoin technical analysis and breaking news just in. Switzerland considers Bitcoin for national reserves. That's right. Switzerland is exploring adding Bitcoin to its national reserves alongside traditional assets like gold and silver. Also, more breaking news. Paraguayan deputy presented a bill to legalize and recognize Bitcoin as a legal tender. Let's freaking go. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin outperforming Tesla stock for the first time since 2019, as well as breaking news. Ripple contests their $2 billion SEC fine and says the penalty shouldn't exceed $10 million. We'll also be discussing the price target of $111,000 per Bitcoin is on the table, according to economists. I'll be sharing his timeline, as well as Fundstrat's Thomas Lee says Bitcoin definitely hitting a new all-time high this year in 2024, as high as $150,000. We'll also be discussing the Bitcoin price will certainly be $1 million by this particular date, according to Vision CEO Raoul Pal. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What it do? Shout out to all the mods. Always appreciate you guys doing fantastic work here in the chat. Shout out to the McFootinator. Shout out to the K-Jam. Shout out to the Dankness. Shout out to Jennifer. Shout out to Adam. Ellen Todd. What it do? PB. Welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone just joining us. Mr. Bone Daddy, what's good? Yeah, the SEC has been very quiet about ETH. ETH going from proof of work to proof of stake was a mistake. I think many would agree with that sentiment. Let me know if the stream is loud, clear, and smooth. First and foremost, it's always greatly appreciated.
Pump, 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 pump it up. Pump, 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 pump it up.
Yes, and pump it up. If you came and went long, when the dip came, you just ate like King Kong. Cheers, family. See the little sparkles jumping out of the glass. That's a celebration. 60 G's, baby. It's orange panty night when you sign up to watch the stream.
60 G's, baby!
It's red panty night when you sign to find me, yeah? Back at home with your wife.
Yeah, I mean, it's a celebration. Welcome, everybody. What's poppin'? Alan, welcome. Hell with the big numbers and what a big fat flash sale. Ellen Todd, what it do? Good to see you guys. You're excited for the show. Appreciate it. Bill Graper, welcome. Let's go. LCS says E-Rats mode. Bring facts in the building. Burp juice. You got that right, Alan. Plenty of that. A full pump coming soon. Send it. We're maintaining above 66. Definitely a good sign. No big post-halving dump as many analysts were anticipating. You know what I mean? Khabib smacked him, though. Of course, Khabib is the man. I sold $3,900 worth of gold jewelry for my mom, says Toasty. The buyer melted it into a pure bar, x-ray scan, verification. She only got $3,440. We'll put it into Bitcoin. Smart move there. Put it all into Bitcoin. It's all going to zero against Bitcoin. Retweet the link, guys. Thank you, Eric. I did share a tweet every day when I go live. I post a tweet on X. If you could retweet it, it helps out a lot. Much love, much respect. Get more eyeballs on the stream. Spin Drift, cheers. You already know, Devon. Don't be getting the hiccups now. I try not to. Don't curse me. Hello, Jerry Reynolds. You're back. Welcome back. Good to see you. Appreciate y'all's support. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I bathe in the green. Let's go, One House. Ulmerton Road in the building. Little name change, bro. Let's go. Shout out Mark the Flyer and shout out Pinellas County, my old stomping grounds, Clearwater, Florida. Stand up. Fart up the Bitcoin. Fart it up then, shall we? JV, cheers. Hope it dips so I can get more on sale, says Susie. Bro, I believe you're the coolest guy in the crypto space. Oh my God. Gave me some flowers. Thank you. ICT, respect. Any predictions on Solana? Nope. I used to own several biddies, sold them 3 years ago, slowly building and hodling up again. Don't be like me. Yeah, you live, you learn. At least we can learn from those mistakes. It's pronounced Ersatz mode. Oh, I dig it. Thank you, Ersatz. Respect. Shout out Mateus, just gifted a membership to Eric Castro. You've been hooked up with the MicroStrategy membership of the channel. This one's for you guys.
Well. You know what time it is. Whew. We back, baby. Bitcoins, shitcoins, or NFTs.
Let's go. Bitcoin, send it. Cheers to that. Respect. Thank you guys for the support. Shout out to all the members as well. Steven, with respect to the exceptionally well-balanced funding rate, we can extremely be bullish. The Bitcoin cannon aims at the moon. With the full moon, it cannot miss. Cheers to that. Physical gold sucks. Buyer knocks 10 to 15% off the spot price, but Bitcoin sells at the spot price with a small margin. Facts.
There's no greater feeling than hitting that sweet old time high, old time high, old time high in this bitch. Watch it pump to the sky. We just buy and get rich.
Tell them. Shout out Little Bubble on the track. So hyped for this full pink moon. Is that what we're looking forward to? Is it a pink moon? H bar's up 40%. Nice. Says Adam. Word. Yeah, Bitcoin over gold all day, every day. Not even a comparison anymore. You know what I mean? Anyways, fam, if you're new to the channel, important to smash that subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every day, 7 days a week, just like this. Also, pump the likes. It helps to pump the stream and is greatly appreciated. Today is pod episode number 1618. I'm your host, JV, and it is April 23rd, 2024. 3.5 days ago, we had the coveted Bitcoin halving. And we had no post dump, which is definitely a good sign. All the previous halvings, we've always had a post Bitcoin dump. So Bitcoin's been maintaining above 66,000 where we're currently at. As you can see here with our market watch, Bitcoin 66,500-ish. We also have Ether back in the green, trading above 3,200. We have Solana in the green, XRP, as well as TRX, which is Tron. Even Pepe is up pumping. And check out coinmarketcap.com. We're sitting at a 2.45 trillion market cap. Means we're back on the rise with roughly 70 billion worth of volume in the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance at 53.4% with the Ether dominance at 16.1%. My question for the chat, how high do you think the Bitcoin Dom will likely climb for the cycle? Holla. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers in the past 24 hours. Look at Hedera. H bar up 41%. Good Lord. With a 4.5 billion market cap, followed by AKT up 25%, followed by Pepe up 14.5%. Below that, Bonk, Floki, and Whiff as the meme coins continue to do their thing. And yeah, let me know which altcoins you guys are most bullish on, and checking out the crypto bubbles to get more of a visual perspective. As you can see, H-Bar, AKT, Bonk, and Pepe, and Floki leading the pack. And zooming out on the monthly, we have, I'd say, 80% in the red. Massive corrections overall, but the alts have been running like wildfire these past previous months. So correction is normal as that Bitcoin dominance continues to climb. And checking out the Bitcoin Crypto Greed and Fear Index, you can see we're rated a 71 today. Yesterday, 73. Last week, a 65. And last month, a 74. In greed, the higher this number goes, the more likely of a correction. So there you have it. Only 1,400 plus days away from Bitcoin having 2028. Make some noise for that. Please, each online give likes for JV. Thank you, Mateus. Much respect. It's much appreciated. Don't you know, pump it up? I do.
Pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Shout out Crypto Surge. What up, family? I'm watching on the big screen, finally back home. What's up, Jennifer? What's up, K-Jam? Cheers. Welcome back home, Surge. My mind blows how people want to pump that rug pull memes. I think Bitcoin dominance will go up to 60%, then dump as alts get a rolling, says PB. Word up. Bitcoin miners up over 10% today. Is that an indication what the Bitcoin is going to do? Ask Greg. That's a good sign just in general. Johnny, welcome, family. More love to the miners. Of course, their block rewards just got chopped in half, but we all know the Bitcoin price makes up for it post-halving as we continue to pump it up. So let's go. What do you end 2024 and the end of 2025 Bitcoin price prediction? I think my prediction here, Ricky, I think for 2024, pretty modest, 100 to 120,000, I think in that range. Next year, I think when we see the real fireworks, which many of us are anticipating, I can see the cycle peak above 200,000. My bear scenario is 222,000. My bull scenario is 750,000. My most probable likely scenario, somewhere in between there. So we'll see. What do you guys think to that? Let me know. Hey, JV, my daughter passed her permit test today. We got a new driver on the road. Massive congratulations to Jennifer's daughter. That's massive. Respect. Wishing her many blessings, family. Bitcoin to the moon, rocket ship, send it. Let's get it. Let's go. Welcome, Hollow Man. Good to see you as well. My mind's blown. See ya, Mono. I understand. My mind's blown each and every day in this space. Welcome to the club. Bitcoin miners also collect the associated fees with each block they crack. That's right. And I heard there was 80 Bitcoin rewarded for that block. What was it? 840,000 at the time of the halving. That's a lot of money. 80 biddies times 66,000. Like, whoa, you know what I mean? Ellen, 550,000. Send it. Blessings. I love it. 250,000 would be amazing, wouldn't it? Short term 79. If we can break it, what is that? Do you mean 120K? You said 12K. 12K is a little crazy. Let's go. OLGQ, welcome. Yes, you meant 120. I figured. Fall 2025 is when I'm looking for the big digits, followed by proceedings they have in cycle patterns. Right on, Chad. I appreciate you sharing. We in the building. Shout out Johnny J. What it do?
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Susie, here we go. You're definitely the coolest. Being left-handed is a huge gift for men. Thank you. I only use the left hand. You can multitask. You are more creative. Drive a man. Schmooze of a woman. Presidents were left-handed except Bush. Oh, wow. I learned a lot right there, Susie. And thank God for that. I'd hate for Bush to be a left-handed. You know what I mean? Much respect. Yeah, I think it was 40 Bitcoin. Well, even 40 Bitcoin as award is pretty amazing. So shout out to the miners doing their thing. And thank you, Susie, for the kind words. 125 end of the year. Apparently energy costs are 77,000 per block. Oh, wow. Time to DCA. 240 to 350, says Johnny. Jennifer, 225 end of the year. 500 to 750 for the cycle peak. Right in alignment with... yeah, even more bullish than what I had to share. So respect, Jennifer. I love it. Lefty. That's right. Remember Lefty and Donnie Brasco? Lefty. Trump was right-handed. Sucks to be Trump. Michael Beasley. Lynn uses the left hand to hodl Bitcoin. Word. My son is left-handed. He was a ball player. Nice. Ballin'. We have Bitcoin ladies in the house. Yes, shout out to the ladies. Respect. We need more ladies. I remember this channel having like 3% women audience. Now we're like 8%. And I think if I check, it's maybe even higher, maybe 10 or 12%. So the woman audience is definitely growing here in the crypto space. Respect. I love Trump, says Tiamano. Ambidextrous here. I can write with either hand. Respect. That's awesome. I'm a left-handed one. 100 to 125 end of the year. Can you please debunk the claims that Bitcoin is the intro for CBDC? Yeah, I can debunk that. Bitcoin has nothing to do with the CBDC at all. I can say XRP is the bridge currency chosen for the CBDC. It's centralized. Bitcoin is decentralized. Bitcoin separates money from state, right? CBDC means state-controlled currency. It would just be a digital fiat. So Bitcoin is the antidote to the CBDCs. Hopefully I'm clear on that. After the bull market, going into the heavy on Bitcoin, lots of DCA. That's what's up. I used to play racquetball with either hand. Good players. I use the right. Average players use the left. Good to note. Ladies are good investors. Respect. Amen to that. Oh, ladies first. Damn right. Good morning, Melbourne, Australia in the building. Sheba is my gamble, says Ellen. More left-handed amongst the Bitcoin fam. You know how we do. Southpaw in the building. Let's go. But anyways, fam, let's break this one down. The latest Bitcoin Bollinger Bands hit a level that saw Bitcoin price squeeze past 50 G's. That's right. Here we're looking at the Bitcoin 1 hour chart. Bitcoin stuck near 66,000 today, April 23rd, as waiting sellers kept the Bitcoin price action firmly in check. That's right. TradingView revealed an ongoing new trading range in place since after the weekly close, while overall higher than last week, offered little inspiration for the bulls, the Bitcoin price action. However, an overnight rally to 67.2 failed to close a nearby CME group Bitcoin futures gap. This, combined with another gap lower at 64.4, forms near-term Bitcoin price targets, which have yet to be hit. So analyzing the current status quo, we had Macro Johannan identifying 66.7 as a key level for Bitcoin to flip to support. moving forward. Quoting him here, looking at the range, Bitcoin reclaimed mid-range and then sent from there. However, it couldn't flip the next level at 66.7 thus far. That's the key level for today. And you can see those CME gaps right here on the chart. The analyst saw two options based on the market's treatment of the 66.7 mark and a flip of 66.7 heading towards the old trend line and range high to get rejected at 66.7, then fall back to mid-range, potentially with a wick below to close the CME gap. Quoting him here, both scenarios assume that the short-term trend will continue and we will move towards the range high. Send it. The post referenced the current liquidity landscape on exchange order books, which continue to show bids and asks tightly wound around the spot price. Data from CoinGlass confirmed on the day that 66,000 and 67,300 form the biggest support and resistance levels, respectively. Now let's discuss these Bollinger Bands reaching February's breakout zone. Anticipation of a larger Bitcoin price move lingered in the background. Let's go. Matthew Highland said changing Bollinger Band conditions on the 3-day timeframes indicated that a range breakout, either up or down, should come soon enough. The width of the bands, a classic volatility indicator, is currently the narrowest since mid-February when Bitcoin last traded below 50,000. Now, as reported on the implications of the Bollinger Band behavior for the price action, analysis seeing an upside squeeze, which ultimately became a reality as outlined right here in the charts. Now, let me know if you are currently bullish at the current sentiment of Bitcoin here on April 23rd, 2024. Now, big news that just came in, like right before I went live here. Switzerland considers Bitcoin for national reserves. Switzerland is exploring adding Bitcoin to its national reserves alongside traditional assets like gold and silver. A referendum led by Yves Benaim proposes a constitutional amendment to bolster economic stability and modernize reserve assets. Proponents see Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. Critics are wary of its volatility. So Switzerland, let's frickin' go. And other big news, Paraguayan deputy presented a bill to legalize and recognize Bitcoin as a legal tender. According to these reports, I mean, here's the proof. These are the bills right here. So Bitcoin slowly but surely becoming legal tender in more countries as it continues to be adopted around the world. So game theory family in full effect. That's pretty big news. But shout out Switzerland and Paraguay. Bring it. My girlfriend used to wear the Bollinger Bands to parties. You got jokes. Bullish, never foolish. Down for the cause, never down for the count. Ex-girlfriend, that is. Thanks for the clarification there, Data. Always bullish, says Trini. Welcome. Perma Bull here. I can relate to that one. If you think you are prepared, you should think it'll be 10x more hard, at least. There you go. Switzerland gets it. Welcome, Valorette. Good to see you. Hey, I'm enjoying my next 2 days off work and watching the best show on the tube. Love your brother. Shout out DNA Noonan. Respect, fam. This is for you.
Pump it up. Look, pump it up if your game went long. When the dip hit, you just stay like King Kong.
Let's go. Shout out Zach Hudson. H-bar is really pumping up. 40% gains. Salam family. Shout out Muhammad. What it do, fam? Full moon today. Bitcoin rocket ship. Valentino. Let's go. What's the second best crypto? Man, I mean, only Sailor answers that question.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Boom, shakalaka. Hype the chat, please. Thank you, Greg. JV looking fresh, respect. I'm just wearing the undershirt today, but I appreciate it. Richard Jones, respect. I find myself here every day now. We'll pay for a membership soon. Love your vibes. Respect, SKR, and thank you for supporting the show. There's so many ways to support the show. Memberships is one way, you know, for as little as, what is it, like $2.97. You could become a member of the HODL Gang. Also, if you can't swing that, you can support the channel just by pumping the likes, being active in the chat, and making sure you're subscribed to the channel. Subscribe to the secondary channel for the clips and shorts over at clips.cryptonewsalerts.net. And of course, show some love over on Rumble for the uncensored version of the pod, for example. And happy 420, by the way. It's 420 right now. So for example, we're streaming on YouTube and Rumble. At the same time, when the YouTube stream ends, we'll continue with the uncensored version of the pod exclusively only on Rumble. So I appreciate the support. Only escape from the crazy world is to give your life to Jesus. Jesus walks with me. You know, Ryan Garcia came out to Jesus Walks when he destroyed Devin Haney. 6 knockdowns. The ref only credited him with 3 because it was a corrupt, crooked ref trying to make Haney win. Even when Haney got knocked down one time, it was well over 10 seconds, but he pushed Ryan from him and then just gave him all the time in the world before he even started the count. But it just goes to show you the power of Jesus. Let's go. And that's right. KJM just dropped the link to become a member for those that can swing it. You know what I mean? We appreciate it. I'm not selling for at least a decade. Welcome. NAD, fam, Bitcoin all the way. Word. Swiss is a direct democracy. They prepare to ask their population. No decision yet. Good to note, Steven. Smash the likes. Thank you, Devon. This is the city. My name is Friday. What show? There you go. Big ups, JV. Big ups, Dub Proof. Jesus is thy Lord. Let them know. Dang, JV, the pet rocks are taking over the world. Let's go, pet biddies. Bitcoin a hit, 66. We're right there right now, fam. We're holding strong. CNA all the way, every day, all day. Hodl forever. Tell him, Mark, boxing is still crooked. Yes, because they pay off the refs. They pay off the judges. And unfortunately, even with all the corruption, though, Ryan still got the W. Ha, gotta love it. Go Jesus. People against good and normalcy, pretty much. You know what I mean? But anyways, fam, keep the likes a pumping. I appreciate it. But let's dive into our latest with Bitcoin versus Tesla. Finally, Bitcoin outperforms Tesla stock for the first time since 2019. Take that, Elon. Anyways, Bitcoin's price finally outperformed Tesla stock over the past 5 years in percentage terms. The electronic vehicle manufacturer also missed out on the potential $1.27 billion in profit after selling a big chunk of his Bitcoin holdings in 2022. Suckers. Over the past 5 years, Bitcoin price has risen 1,180%, while Tesla stock has only risen 800%, according to TradingView data, as outlined here in the chart. Looking at smaller time horizons, the Bitcoin returns have outperformed Tesla over the past year in particular. Bitcoin rose 139%, while Tesla fell over 11% over the past 12 months, while year-to-date, Bitcoin's up roughly 50%, while Tesla stock price is down 42%. That's why you should be invested into the biddies, not the car manufacturers. Just saying. Now, such a stellar year so far for Bitcoin has made it the world's 9th largest asset with a 1.3 trillion market cap, larger than Meta Platforms, Berkshire Hathaway, Visa, as well as JP Morgan. Now, in comparison, Tesla is the world's 21st largest asset with a 455 billion market cap, according to Coin Market Cap, or company's market cap, as you can see here. Tesla was amongst the first publicly traded companies to invest in Bitcoin back in February 2021, when the company bought over 1.5 billion worth of BTC at around the 36,000 mark. However, Tesla sold 10% of its holdings March 2021. Then the company sold approximately 75% of its Bitcoin reserves like a sucker. Dave Portnoy, paper hands, Elon, in the second quarter of 2022. Had Tesla not sold, it would have made over 1.27 billion in profit, up over 84% on its initial investment. At the current price levels, Tesla still holds 11,500 Bitcoin worth 766 million with Coinbase Prime custody, according to Arkham Intelligence. Now, Bitcoin ETFs are the main reason why Bitcoin is winning. You can say that again. The approval of the 10 U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs was the main reason behind Bitcoin price rising 60% thus far this year. And also, U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs' role in elevating Bitcoin to a genuine asset class has been invaluable, with pleasing trading volumes and capital flows since launch. I mean, check these numbers, don't lie. The 10 Bitcoin ETFs have amassed over 835,000 BTC and cumulative on-chain holdings worth over 55 billion, according to Dune Analytics. And I mean, BlackRock alone now holds over 272,000 biddies on the balance sheet via custodian Coinbase. So really, Coinbase owns all this Bitcoin, not Yo Keys, not Yo Coins. I mean, Coinbase must have now millions of biddies. Karen Cooley, thank you for subbing, family. Respect. Warn people that the hammer is out today. Disrespectful trolls will be removed. No warning and no chances. The mods have us spoken. So show some respect, family. And that live chat. Shout out is Ham. Welcome, family. Must is wrong about the climate change and Bitcoin. He is a good rocket man, though. I disagree. I think he's a terrible rocket man. I think he's a great deceiver. And of course, he's wrong about climate change and wrong about Bitcoin. But I'm not surprised. I mean, in the words of Nate Diaz, I play the sample for you guys.
You just shook up the world. How's that feel? Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm not surprised whatsoever. Bitcoin to the moon, baby. Shout out Mr. Bitcoin Hunter. Hunting those biddies. Let's go.
Old time high, old time high, old time high in this bitch. Watch it pump, pump, baby. We just buy and get rich.
Yeah, baby. Respect the wrench or you get hit with the tool. Yeah, I mean, that's how it works around here. Wrenches in full effect. We got to get like a nunchuck, but like with wrenches, we'll put a rope or chain between two big wrenches, and then I'll just start nunchucking y'all. You know what I mean? Disrespect the people that didn't click the like. Yeah, that's disrespectful. 100%. You got to pump the likes. Not pumping the like means, number one, you're either not signed into your YouTube account or you're a troll. It's one of the two. So either log into your damn YouTube account so you can interact with us, or stop being a troll. Shout out Alex. Nunchuck the mic, JV. I may have to. I may just do something like that. My boy Crypto News always here for us with the juicy news. Shout out Ismail B. Low bubble for the win. Always. Mad respect to the mods. Always doing a divine job. 100% with you on that, Devon. Shout out Darth Melda. Where you at? That's right. How about a little Bruce Lee? Exactly what I'm saying. I got Bruce Lee for you guys.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
Be water, my friend. There you go. Bitcoin 32 in play. The Saudis' cousins have two big orders in that direction. I don't know if they'll get filled, though, big dog. We'll see. Water. Be water, my friend. Yes. Anyways, fam, keep the likes coming. I appreciate it. Let's dive into our next story of the day. Breaking news with Ripple versus the SEC. We know the SEC recently wanted $2 billion as a fine for Ripple Labs, and they just countered and said, yo, the penalty shouldn't exceed $10 million. So it's like they go high, they go low. And I think the judge is probably going to make it somewhere in the middle. If I was to guess, I'm going to guess like $100 to $200 million fine. But what are your thoughts? Let me know. Here's the story. Cross-border payment protocol Ripple contested with the US SEC's request to impose a $2 billion fine against the blockchain company, saying the penalty should not exceed $10 million. In a new filing, the Ripple Labs opposed the SEC's request to a federal judge to impose the almost $2 billion fine on the company. Ripple urged the court to deny the SEC's request for the injunction, disgorgement, and prejudgment interest. Ripple said to the court they should issue a more reasonable civil penalty, which should not be more than $10 million, quoting the filing. Ripple has every intent of adhering to that guidance in the future and every incentive to do so. The SEC's draconian remedial requests are ungrounded in law or principle. The court should reject them in their entirety. Now, the filing highlighted that the SEC asked the court to ask Ripple to pay $876 million in disgorgement, $198 million in prejudgment interest, and another $876 million in civil penalties. In total, the amount reached almost $2 billion. Can't make this ish up. Ripple revealed the requested fine amount lost almost a month ago, actually. It was March 25th. Ripple Labs Chief Legal Officer Stewart revealed that the SEC asked a federal judge to impose such fines on the blockchain company. The lawyer said the SEC remains bent on punishing and intimidating Ripple in the crypto industry. So within the new filing, Ripple described the fine as unreasonable and said that $10 million is the actual amount that reflects a portion of their actual revenues. Ripple redacted the actual percentage shared in the doc. Now, the filing also highlighted that such an amount amount would be proportionate to both percentage and dollar amount to comparable digital asset cases where there was no culpable mental state and no substantial harm or risk or harm to others. Now, Stewart suggested the SEC's actions and asked for a fine or proof of its ongoing intimidation against all of crypto in the U.S. The Ripple lawyer said the case had no allegations or findings of recklessness or fraud. In addition, the legal officer believes that Ripple won on significant issues and hoped that the judge would fairly approach the final remedies phase of the case. So there you go. How much do you think in the end, when it's all said and done, Ripple Labs will have to pay as fines to the SEC? Personally, I don't think they're going to get to $2 billion, and I don't think it's going to be nowhere near $10 million. Typically, judges like to put something in the middle between the two arguments, but let me know your thoughts, and I'll read them out loud. Yeah, I mean, Nippinator indicator incoming. Shout out to the Nippinator. I'm kind of should go. No, don't go to sleep. I watched the Ripple news. All right, you appreciate it, says Joe. Respect. Ripple Labs is entangled in a different lawsuit, class action U.S. federal court in Oakland. Pissed off investors. Understood. Gensler likes the, Gensler's doing his thing. There were rumors circulating, allegations that Gensler has been buying Ripple, which would be a massive conflict of interest if he has been buying XRP. It could just be a rumor. It's an allegation. I saw an article going viral on X a little earlier. So if there's any truth to that, I wouldn't be surprised. But at the same time, Mr. Gensler, what are you doing here, big dog? 100 million, predicts Joe. I think in that ballpark as well. You broke my brain. Oh, no, I didn't mean to break your brain. I know it's more of a Bitcoin Maxi channel. Thanks for the Ripple props. You got it, Joe. I mean, it's big news. I'm all about sharing trending news, and that's a big one because it's the SEC versus Ripple Labs. I think we're all praying for, the SEC to take another L. Maybe the judge will finally side with Ripple versus the SEC and say, hey, 10 million is sufficient. That'd be a big win for the industry because we know Gensler and the SEC likes to shake down companies. And don't get me wrong, clearly I'm all for Bitcoin, but I still feel it is unlawful and overreaching what they do to the exchanges and what they do to a lot of the projects. I mean, what if they didn't have hundreds of millions or billions of dollars in their war chest? They wouldn't even be able to win a lawsuit against these regulators, which don't make anything easy on any of us. So respect. Gensler would be an idiot to be buying Ripple. Well, yeah, because he'd go to jail. There's only one Taco Bell on this island. Can someone email me a taco with mild sauce? Are you being for real? What island are you on? I broke your brain. I mean, it happens. Gary is smart. He is in Bitcoin. He claims he doesn't own any coins. If I was a betting man, I'd say Gary owns a lot of crypto. 10 grand would be so much for the SEC. Ripple should be suing the SEC. 10 grand? Mix shoot? Nice hat, JB. Where can I get one? The merch store. That's right. Merch store link in the chat. Thank you, KJM. Note the class action lawsuit is not SEC. Good to note. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Juan. What it do? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, everyone just joining us. Pump the likes, pump the stream. Another beautiful day in crypto. Crypto never disappoints, does it? Never. Oompa, oompa.
Loompa, doompa-dee-doo. I've got another halving for you.
Another halving. Thank you, Bitcoin gods. And shout out to the Oompa Loompas.
Loompa, loompa, doompa-dee-dee. Less mining rewards, more scarcity.
Gary Gensler was mentioned by Glenn Ellison, Caroline's dad, at MIT. Coincidence? No, there's no such thing as coincidences. What's good, crypto fam? Shout out to Raven. What it do? Did I hear Donald Duck? There you go. Oompa Loompa predicts 120 G's, baby. We call them Democrats. We call them Dems. We call them Satanists. I'm going to fire up the money printer tomorrow. Brrr, make it happen, fam. Make it happen. No, I don't use the Jasmy. Looks like a great opportunity, says Alistair. 100X. Word. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else bullish on the Jasmy? Let me know. What do we call CBDC? We call it poor. We call it slavery. We call it slaves. Yeah, pretty much, guys. Oh my God, you didn't? My son just left the room embarrassed on the Oompa song. Why would he be? What? Oh my God, the son just left the room embarrassed. Why would he be embarrassed on the Oompa song? That's one of the best songs Little Bubbles ever made.
What do you get when your printer goes burr? Inflate supply like the Federal Reserve.
Let's go. Now we're talking. Anyways, I appreciate the chat. 333. Let's go. All right, next story. We discussed the latest with Ripple Labs and the SEC won't let me be. Now let's discuss some targets. Price action. Let's get it. 111,000. Here we go. According to this economist, he says 111,000 price tag for Bitcoin's in the cards amid the alignment of a technical indicator and a bullish market structure. That's right. In a new video update, economist Henrik Zaberg says that based on the key indicator, it's possible for the top crypto asset by market cap, known as BTC, to melt up to six figures by August. Well, let's melt up then, shall we? According to Zaberg, the crypto king historically entered into a parabolic phase after its monthly RSI goes above 70, quoting the analyst here. So I got 110 to 115,000 for Bitcoin. It is actually a part of a larger pattern. I see that is either the beginning of a new bull run, but it needs to take a long break after the blow off top. But we haven't gotten to the really steep part of it yet. We see that we can get an RSI above 70. That is really when we see the steep part. And then people say, yeah, but it's declining. But it is also, it did previously, the steep part. And we don't even have the last of this month. April could still be a very bullish month. Good point. Shout out to the analyst Henrik here. Now, Bitcoin's RSI is a momentum indicator, currently sitting at 71. The analyst goes on to say that it's even possible for Bitcoin to hit the price tag of over $200,000 per coin. Send it. Quoting him here, I can actually see in an even crazier world that we can reach $250,000, but 110 to 115,000 is my target. So there you go. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the economist. And yeah, 111,000 sounds sexy to me. When do you feel we can hit that? I personally think sometime this year. Bring it and let's get it. Back to the Oompas.
Value go down like a lead balloon. What do you think will come of that? Satoshi's having none of it.
Satoshi's having an event. 500,000 this bull run, I say. I said. I love it. Let's get it. Hey, I am a runaway slave, never come back. With inflation going burr, more people will use the biddies. We call it the central bank digital control. So the SEC won't let me be. Precisely, mercy. I may refi my loan at 100K. Got enough to last me through 2025. Do what it do. You got to do what it do. You know what I mean? So, why am I craving a gobstopper now? I wonder why.
Block rewards making miners work hard.
Oompa. The IMF. F the IMF. FJB. F them all. Buck the Fed while we're at it. Bitcoin is king, but always is question, how tall is the king? Yeah. Infinitely tall. Facts, smash the likes. Cheers. I got the music stuck in my head. It's a pretty catchy jam. Shout out Little Bubble on the track. What's your your last gobstopper? Not an everlasting one? I know. I've never had an everlasting gobstopper now. Imagine that. I got it when I was 7 years old. I'm still chewing on it. It's delicious. Now I have no teeth. Where's my golden Bitcoin ticket? Oh my God. And I think my mouse just completely died. I forgot to charge it. I haven't charged it in like a month. So I'm actually going to plug it in while I BS because I can't click on anything. So we're going to have a little Q&A session here between the next stories. Plug this baby in and give it like a few minutes and then we should be good to finish the show. So in the meantime, let's kick it. Because I'm unclickable right now. I can't click on anything. All I can do is talk. And I could also change the scenes though, so we can switch it out. B-roll, chat. Send me some Bitcoin pics and I will change it. There you go. Nipsey bull indicator is incoming. The Anunnaki is 10 feet and blue. Shout out to the Anunnaki. I want Bitcoin's golden ticket. Ooh, that'd be pretty lit. Bitcoin's golden ticket. What if Satoshi figured that out and he's like, his 1.1 million projected Bitcoin he gives away, and there's one lucky Bitcoiner that receives it all? Maybe it's a miner. That'd be actually pretty crazy. It's called like the Bitcoin lottery. Satoshi's Bitcoin goes to one individual. Wow, who would it be? The Anunnaki are amongst us. There you go. Can JV make surveys how many we have online with below and above? Yeah, I can ask anything I want, Mateus. That's actually a good question. If you're a whole coiner, you know what I mean? Or I can just ask. If you're a whole coiner, meaning you own one Bitcoin or more, put one in the live chat. Now, if you're not a whole coiner, you can put a 0 or a 2 or whatever. But we can see how many people out of the 345 right now are whole coiners. However, a survey would be anonymous, so you guys might prefer that, and I completely understand. Where's the God candle? Fake news, says Jed. Was that a grandfather you was smoking on at the having party? I see you, JB. A grandfather? What do you mean, smoking on a grandfather? I don't even understand that. There we go. We got some ones. We got whole coiners. Data, Cianamo, Crypto Surge, East Los Angeles in the building, Stats, PB, Menendez, JB, my brother, shout out Cosmic, Explosive 1.6, word 1/3, 1 1 0 1 1. Like button will be 0.5, a half a Bitcoiner. I'm not telling. Respect, Guido, all good. 0, I sank one boat at least. 1 1 1. 537 million and 1. 1 1 1, 3.95, 0.85. Still looking for the chocolate river. Gary Gensler needs an everlasting gobstopper. He needs an everlasting toupee. More like it. 3.95, 0.5. Y'all balling. I mean, we got the best community. Whole coiners galore. You gotta love it. Susie says 4. Good Lord. 1 and a, what is that? A coupon? A coupon? Grandfather is a big fat blunt. I didn't know the slang, big dog. But yes, I like the grandfathers. I tell you guys all the time, if you're going to do it right, there should be a minimal of 7 grams for the grandfather. MicroStrategy Incorporated holding their 2024 annual meeting May 22nd. Oh, word. That's what's up. And who is going? You're actually going, Bob. That's what's up. Is that digitally through Zoom or in the flesh? I wish I was a whole coiner, says Devon. One boating accident. Lost all my biddies. Joe, when will Bitcoin be 1 milli? Did he mention the date yet? Stick around. We're going to be discussing that here shortly. You know what I mean? Dude, we're buying up the biddies at the Empower Network event instead of going all in. 85%. Steve, what up? Gensler can drop the soap. No Diddy. Ha!
Every 4 years, got them into Oompa Loompa Doompa-dee-doo.
There we go. And here we have it. Mateus with another membership on fire, yo. Shout out Mohammed. You've just been hooked up on behalf of Mateus. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you. Thanks for your support. I want Michael to sign my shirt. That's what's up. I'm sure he will. Just keep stacking them stats. Yeah. I ground lease, what is that? East Los and had a business for 20 years. Word. All my kids have 0.02. Who knows? It might make some difference in their lifetime. 2.8 for Carrie. Word. Congratulations, guys. A lot of whole coiners here. Respect. I expect nothing less. And we're going to have many more to come. Mark my words. Viva la raza. Viva Bitcoin. You know who has the best Bitcoin roar? Shout out Frankie McDonald. Bitcoin. From Cali, JV. California love. Shout out Dante Reyes. No Diddy and a new song by Loza Alexander. Nice. In the Bitcoin world, 0.3 biddies is enough to be within the global 1% of the wealthiest people. Respect. Cheers. That Oompa Loompa weather must be delicious. Or water?
I've got another halving for you.
Whoop, whoop. Bitcoin is the only way. Show them the way. My YouTube channel is restricted to a point where I can't even renew my membership. Sorry to hear that. Well, glad you got a membership. You got hooked up. So thank Mateus Mohammed. Steve is a one coiner plus. Little Bubble BTFD. Buy that freaking dip. Buy that freaking dip, yo. Sup, y'all? Shout out OK Good. What's good in the hood? Let's see if my mouse has enough charge to continue the show. All right. 1 second. All right. I got my mouse. I'm going to turn it back on. Hopefully we got just enough charge to finish the show because I was stuck there for a minute. Had to recharge. Let's see. See how we are. Here we go. Welcome everyone joining the stream. We greatly appreciate you. The show must go on. Just saying. Let's see how we do. Let's see how charged we are. I'm going to check the settings. 3%. We're going to continue. I got 3% charge on this mouse. Let's see if we can continue and finish the show with 3%. Anyways, family, appreciate y'all. But let's dive into our next story of the day. We discussed the 111,000 target. Now let's discuss this $150,000 target. Shall we? Fundstrat's Tom Lee says Bitcoin definitely hitting a new all-time high in 2024 and calls the bottom on the stock market. That's right. The hedge fund vet, Tom Lee, is maintaining bullish conviction on both the stock market and Bitcoin following the much anticipated halving April 20th. In an interview on CNBC, Lee says the halving, which cut the Bitcoin miner rewards in half late last week, along with the rise of Ruins protocol, which helped generate massive amounts of fees for the flagship blockchain, is going to contribute to upwards pressure on price. The Fundstrat co-owner, who has been vocally bullish on Bitcoin for many years, is forecasting a Bitcoin cycle top of $150,000 potentially before the year's end. Quoting him here, "It is a reminder of the sound money of Bitcoin because it is pre-programmed every 210,000 blocks to cut the block reward. We know it means you're cutting the supply, but demand has been strong. And Bitcoin network usage has really been strong because of things like Runes protocol. So you kind of made the demand side stronger and the supply side smaller. So I think it's upwards pressure on price. I think Bitcoin definitely makes new all-time highs this year. So we think something like $150,000 is probable this year. And then longer term, I don't think there's anything wrong with those targets people have, like 500,000 for Bitcoin or much higher. Preach. Lee is also bullish on the stock market, which has been correcting from local highs over the last several weeks. According to the investor, here's what he shared. I think there have been a lot of damage to the markets, but there are ways to look at why things could be turning. Mark Newton, our head of technical strategies, says the cycle turn date is April 20th. So if you look at things like the DeMark count, we are at almost a 7. So we are only 1 or 2 days from a potential bottom or turning point. Let me know if you agree with that. They say bull markets rise in an escalator and fall in an elevator. So it is what you'd expect in a rising trend is sharp corrections, and it shakes people out. And I think there's a lot of top callers, but to me, I think this is a good opportunity. And to watch this actual interview he did on CNBC, check the show notes below the video and in the description. And let me know if you agree with Mr. Thomas Lee. Once Bitcoin breaks and holds above 74, reaches an all-time high, enters the blue sky price discovery mode. No one knows how high it can go. Preach, Greg. That's why we call it the price discovery. We shall find out. Data says RumbleX and Truth Social and many other alternatives are populated enough to fully commit to. I hope people use them and mains abandon YouTube and Facebook. Leave it. It's to wait. Echo chamber. Yeah, I feel you, big dog. 150, you wish. Why you gotta be so bearish? High relaxing and starting to feel like the stock market is following Bitcoin. Full article here for video and the fam. Thank you, K-Jam. You're always on top of it. I like to see all these good estimates for a change. It is very confirmed to be optimistic. Word. Optimistic. It is, isn't it? Yeah, man. Yeah, you just need to find the right man, the one who owns the Satoshis. This Cosmic Susie. All-time high is this in this B-ish. Yeah. In the meantime, Bitcoin a la candle to 125, 230, and after the final dip, pump, insider selling often happens around earning reports. The insiders got to get paid too. Yes, the Gary Genslers of the world. I mean, I think Bitcoin and the stock market have finally decoupled. Amen to that. Chris, let's go. Welcome, Chris. 1 milli. You see it, you smell it. Let's send it. Bitcoin at a lock candle 125, 230 after the final dip. Guaranteed. Well, we appreciate the guarantee. Here's a little Oompa Loompa to that.
serendipity. Less mining rewards, more scarcity.
More scarcity. Cheers. Imagine if there was actually alcohol in my drink. That'd be interesting.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right?
The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Let me know if you agree with that. Anyways, fam, and shout out to everyone ambidextrous. Keeping it 100 with the left. Southpaw, where you at? 100,000 by August 15th. I dig it. Send it, Jack. Jump. And Trump and Julian Assange for king. Are they actually ever going to freaking pardon these clowns, or are they going to pardon Bankman-Fried instead? And I should rephrase that. Are these clowns going to pardon these freedom fighters who have been locked up, unlawfully? That's what I meant to say. My apologies. Forever, Laura. There you go. 0.25 BTC. 250,000. It'd be funny, like the halving party, JV. Let it rule. Let's go. Send it. If there's anything and look at Nipsey going wild. He might be giving us a signal, guys. He may be giving us the signal. 2.8 million by the end of the cycle. Now we're talking, Greg. It'd be crazy if there's an alcohol in there. That would be crazy. Crazy insane or insane crazy. When I say, you say JV. F the IMF. Amen to that. Amen to that. Buck the Fed. USA, free the Americans. Let's go, Kobe. Can I see your spirits drink? I cannot reveal the drink. I also think Bitcoin will decouple and will not follow not anymore Magnificent Seven word. We the people are going to have the Sixers word. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Shout out to the Nippinator. But anyways, family, now for our feature story of the day. Bitcoin price will certainly be $1 million by 2030 with a surging trend, according to the Real Vision CEO Raoul Pal. So let's break this bad boy down and welcome y'all just joining the stream. In a recent interview with Altcoin Daily, the Real Vision CEO Raoul Pal outlined his 1 million Bitcoin price projection based on the growth of digital asset wallets. Quoting him here from the interview, let's say it goes from 175% a year, where it's been trending, and goes to 43% a year, which is what the internet did from year 8 onwards. Powell said in the video, well, crypto gets to 1 billion people by the end of next year, 1 billion active wallets, and it gets to 4 billion by 2030. Well, at 4 billion wallets, the price will certainly be $1 million per coin. Now, some perspective. It is difficult to pinpoint the exact adoption rate of crypto around the world, though a recent survey of consumers in 50 countries worldwide indicate that adoption is largely growing. So Powell added that Bitcoin is one of the fastest growing asset classes in the entire world. So Bitcoin is on an inevitable path towards higher prices. I think we'd all agree with that. Quoting him again, crypto is going twice the speed of the internet in terms of adoption. So it is the fastest adoption of any technology in any asset class the world has ever seen. Let them know. There you go. Now some key takeaways. Powell also conceded that a 1 million Bitcoin price projection sounds as ridiculous today as it did when we first invested in Bitcoin at the $200 price, when he first invested. So I guess that means the price he initially got in. At the time, he projected the asset would rise to $100,000, a possibility that he recalled as being largely dismissed. So the $1 million doesn't seem that preposterous. There you go. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Now, another headline reads, 1 million Bitcoin advocate, Samson Mao from Jan 3, announces Bitcoin quantitative hardening. Let's discuss this Bitcoin quantitative hardening, shall we? Mao referred to it as the fourth Bitcoin quantitative hardening. Here, the influencer opposes to the quantitative easing that the U.S. Fed has taken to quite frequently over the past few years, injecting billions and trillions of U.S. dollars into the economy, as many experts believe, has started to debase the U.S. dollar. And here's his tweet from April 19th. The fourth Bitcoin quantitative hardening is now complete. Let's go. Many experts also believe that the QEs to be a major driver that first pushed the Bitcoin price above 61.5 back in April of 2021, and then on to 69,000 as the all-time high in November that year. And in 2024, an unusual thing happened. The world's pioneer crypto, for the first time, reached new historic price peak before the halving. That's right, we tapped 73,800 1 month ago, and not after the halving, which is unprecedented, meaning it's never occurred before. Every halving reduces the amount of the new Bitcoin injected into circulation in form of miners' block rewards. Today and now, after the halving, these rewards were slashed from 6.25 biddies to 3.125, as we all know. So there you go. Now, let me know your thoughts on some of this. And I'm going to read you another tweet from Samson Mao. 6 blocks to go until Bitcoin has a lower inflation rate than gold. Well, it is official. We now have a lower inflation rate. And I think Bitcoin is here to overtake the market cap of gold. Let me know your thoughts on that. I believe the gold market cap at this time is roughly $15 trillion. And I anticipate much of that capital flowing out of the gold stocks and ETFs and out of the precious metal in general and flowing right into Bitcoin, as well as the Bitcoin ETFs. Also consider end of this month, we have the Hong Kong ETFs, which are officially going to go live, at least 3 providers. Not only are we going to have the spot Bitcoin ETF, but the very first spot Ethereum ETF to ever exist. Right. And so we also have adoption out of El Salvador. We also have adoption, as I read a little earlier to you, big news out of Switzerland, considering Bitcoin for their national reserves. We also had big news I shared earlier out of Paraguay. Their deputy presented a bill to legalize and recognize Bitcoin as the legal tender. We also have talk out of the Middle East. Mr. 100, maybe Abu Dhabi. According to Max Kaiser, he says that's his #1 contender. We also have talk out of Qatar. We have talk of Russia. You know what I mean? This is not just talk, but confirmed. They're looking to open up a Bitcoin mining hub and in the process of doing so over in Ethiopia. So big money is heading into Bitcoin, nation state adoption, a lot of countries secretly getting direct or indirect exposure into Bitcoin as well. BlackRock, world's largest asset manager, now has over 272,000 biddies, right, on their balance sheet, and I believe being held obviously by their custodian, Coinbase. Fidelity is a big one as well, and I don't think they're slowing down anytime soon. There's only roughly 450 Bitcoin being awarded per day to the miners, and we have thousands of Bitcoin being bought up out of the ETFs just via the inflows occurring, Monday through Friday. So things are about to get lit. We've already witnessed the demand shock of this year regarding the ETFs, and we're about to soon hit a supply shock with an estimated 1.8 million biddies even available on the exchanges. They say 80% of the Bitcoin supply currently in the hands of the whales and the long-term hodlers that have no desire to sell, the BlackRocks of the world, the MicroStrategies of the world, the ARK Invest and Cathie Woods of the world. So where do you think the Bitcoin price is likely to take us? When do you feel realistically Bitcoin will strike $1 million per coin? Yes, I understand we haven't even hit the coveted 6-figure mark, but you already know 6 figures of income in this cycle, only a matter of time before 7 figures. 7 figures is really only a 10x off of 6 figures. Keep that in mind. And from 50,000, in which we're well above right now, 20x is $1 million, right? And to 20x is really just a 10x times 2. Either way, you chop up the math. So get your pet rocks ready. Put them in self-custody, the smartest way to hold your Bitcoin, because properly self-custodied biddies are unconfiscatable. Bitcoin, ETF, BTC, unfortunately, I hate to tell this to you, but it's all confiscatable. Anything not in your possession can be taken away from you, right? However, in your possession, digital in your possession, which don't exist because you lost it in a boating accident, unconfiscatable. Let that one sink in. You know what I mean? Take your Bitcoin off the exchanges if there's no advantage for you to keep it on there. Some of you guys, you buy your Bitcoin, for example, you just keep it on the exchange. You're like, yeah, nothing's going to happen to the exchange. Well, something happened to FTX, which was once the 2nd largest crypto exchange in the universe. And now it don't exist. And the day before they went bankrupt, Bankman-Fried said, everything is fine, guys. Your Bitcoin and crypto is safe. Nothing is going to go wrong. It's all safe. 24 hours later, yes, we're filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and no one can get their Bitcoin back. That's the world we live in today. So be smart about it. You know what I mean? The only reason you should have something on an exchange is if you're actively trading. So if you have a position, it's just active. You can't take it off the exchange because it's an active position. Completely understand, right? However, if there's nothing actively being traded, there is zero advantage to keeping your precious little bitties on those exchanges. So learn how to properly self-custody your Bitcoin. Very chaotic and unprecedented times we're entering. It's 2024, family. It's post-halving. We have a election year. Things always go crazy in the United States around election time, so you already know. Also, there's a lot of chaos and war and things breaking out, so protect yourselves, be careful, hide your kids, hide your wives, and protect your biddies. Just saying. But anyways, where do you feel the Bitcoin price action is likely to take us for this year? And when do you think we're likely to smash a 7-figure Bitcoin price? Holla at your boy, and I'll read as many of these comments out loud as I can as I plug my mouse back in. There we go. Welcome everyone joining the stream. Cheers, 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 preach. Yeah, man. Celsius was another one. Mashinsky, definitely not a good look. I like your bearish 222,000 and bull 750 prediction. JV seems correct. Thank you. I know it's a very wide margin, but the truth is because we don't know what's going to happen, right? Will the dollar hyperinflate? That's another big question because Bitcoin can theoretically go to $1 billion as Jury and Timmer of Fidelity had predicted by the year 2038. That's due to hyperinflation. 225,000 into the year. Send it. If we can hit our bearish target this year for the cycle, game on. Let's go. JV, it's better you be safe from the exchange. Facts. Why give your coins to the exchange to hold so they can profit off of it? And if something goes sour, they take your crypto. Also, it becomes a honeypot. What if hackers were to take your crypto? There's so many risk factors. Don't get me wrong. There's risk factors with self-custody, but at least if it's done properly, it minimizes the risk. And that's the key. Minimize your risk. 66 double in 4x to get you over $1 million. Now we're talking 4x times 5, baby. 4x times 5x. There you go. There you go. Any way you do the math, we're going to hit $1 million. 800,000 mid-2025. DJ, let's go. Do you trust Robinhood more out of their other exchanges? No, I don't trust Robinhood at all whatsoever. And I don't trust BlackRock either. I don't trust any institution, including JP Morgan Chase. These are probably the least trustworthy institutions in the world. And I can get deeper on why I don't trust these institutions on Rumble. You know what I mean? Thank you. Best offline wallet, says Mateus. Ledger. Are you talking about the, the Ledger is a decent wallet. Definitely not my favorite. I use Trezor or Cold Card, says Jennifer. Right on. I was lucky. I was able to pull crypto off FTX at the last minute. Well done, Mr. Bone Daddy. A lot of people were unable to do that. So respect. You must have saw the writing on the wall. You predicted 1.1 billion. Greg, Bitcoin mid-next cycle, 6 years out. Whoa. Trust in God, hold your own wallet. There you go, Don. Do not use the Ledger. They are a closed source. This is true. Yeah, man. Can we make a survey on the price? We can. Not right now, though, because I don't have my laptop in front of me and I can't do it on the live stream because I have to sign in and I don't know all my information offhand. Air-gapped cold wallet fam. But next time I do a live, I can ask, we can do a survey question. We haven't did surveys in a minute. I have to keep mine on the exchange for now. I don't have anyone in my life who would know how to retrieve it from a wallet if something were to happen to me. Hopefully that will change at some point, says Krista. Yeah, so if you self-custodied it, all you would need to do is let a loved one know where you have your 24-word recovery seed phrase. Just as with the exchange, your loved one probably knows your username and password to log in. Very similar. Very similar. God's fingerprints all over Bitcoin. Amen. I saw Max posting that. It's so true. No wallet is as safe as a piece of paper. It's all compromised. I like having the word phrase backups, says Data. Trust Wallet and MetaMask are very tricky. Yeah, I don't like MetaMask. Not a fan. The creator of that is Consensus, the Ethereum guys. Yeah, you know what I mean? Do as El Salvador and swap with the QR codes. F everyone and everything. I only care about Bitcoin. Nothing else matters. Tell them, Jerry. Show me the biddies. Mono. Can I say something real quick? Let's go, Knicks. You talk about the New York Knickerbockers. If you're trading actively and not holding, then you do not have to worry. Trade and have cash at the end of the day so nothing happens to the crypto while you sleep. Monopoly paper money is not safe. Facts. What do you think of Tangent Wallet? I hear good things about it. I've never used it, but a lot of people recommend it. So shout out to the Tangent Wallet, Jerry. Good afternoon, JV. Shout out, Neri. Chose a 12 or 24 recovery seed phrase. Yeah, some wallets are 12, others are 24, and you could even make a 25th secret word. It's up to you. I mean, obviously, the more words, the harder it is for a hacker. However, the more liability it is for you to store those 24 words. You know what I mean? Robinhood is low-key the best exchange to buy and send to cold storage. 0 fees, says Jeffrey. Word. The Passport, the browser plugin, MetaMask, never trust it. Word. Love the tangent, says DJ. Baskets of free, spread your eggs accordingly. There you go. I just short. You can't short your dork. We can't afford that. Crypto to zero. They really thought that. Bitcoin will continuously lose as people die or be lost. Yeah. This is fact. There'll be more and more lost biddies for sure, which just means they'll be that much more scarce and be worth that much more money. $100 million Bitcoin, USD will lose 99% of its value. Yeah, I covered that prediction yesterday from Sailor. Petrodollars are now becoming digital. Word. Cold Card or the Trezor, both excellent devices. Cold Card is more advanced, has air gap technology, a little more advanced. For an average person or someone new, I'd suggest a Trezor. If you're more advanced, I'd suggest a Cold Card because it's more secure. Never use KYC to send to your self-custody. There you go. Then maybe they would identify you, right? I use a hot wallet for my household budget. I have several cold wallets for my kids' retirement. I don't trust anyone, so I have the Bitcoin spread between several wallets. I feel you. I think that's a smart play, and I think many Bitcoiners would agree. I think the more Bitcoin you own, then you may have more wallets. I don't think many people with a lot of Bitcoin would have all of their Bitcoin in one wallet. However, I think El Salvador does. There are so many different wallets. Yeah. JV, nice show. Always enjoy. Let's go for my 80,000 goal. Sounds good, relaxing. Send it to 80 G's, shall we? Bring it. I'm ready. Mom spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words don't come out. He's choking. How? Leave your Bitcoin to your kids, but first educate them why not to sell and how not to be scammed. Oh my God, exactly. Exactly. Scammers galore when it comes to biddies and crypto, yo. It's a wild west. They thought 30,000 Bitcoin right after the halving, and what? Nothing. We about to moon. There you go, GBC. That's right. Oil doesn't go away. Don't sleep on the Shiba. Miladies to the moon. What happened to what was it? Vitalik's mom's coin? What happened to that one? Leave your Bitcoin to your kids. But first, yeah, that's true. Hide your kids, hide your wives. I sleep on everything except the king. Bitcoin. Shout out JBZ. Mom spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface, he looks calm and ready. Bitcoin's ready to drop bombs, but they keep on forgetting. Still waiting for the sailor to send me back double the Bitcoin I sent him. Oh boy. That's not happening. Hello from Canada. Shout out Connor 7888. What it do? Welcome, family. Welcome. Fighting out of the red corner. Undefeated prospect. Hailing from Bitcoin City. My 79-year-old uncle just told me he bought Bitcoin 3 years ago. It's never too late. Grandkids will be set. Cheers to that. Now, hopefully, he didn't get scammed by someone selling him some fake Bitcoin and he bought it directly from the exchange. Just saying, a lot of these scammers, they target the elderly. I know because I watched some of the scammer channels where they bust the scammers, like the money mules for all those scams. It's crazy. I don't have kids, so I just find a competent little cousin. There you go, Lazarus. That's all it takes. Coinbase has fees for everything. Buying, selling, swapping, transfer. Yeah, that's why they make billions of dollars. It all adds up. H bar times BlackRock equals. We all love Bitcoin, but do you trade a meme? Do you trade a meme? Very important. You can trust everybody, but only in his self-interest. Word up. Shut up, Midwest. What it do? Saw a Bitcoin ATM at the CBD store I went to. Nice. My 88-year-old uncle wanted to buy Bitcoin after he saw Michael Saylor on Hannity. Well, hopefully he didn't Google Michael Saylor and see the YouTube Michael Saylor scam that said, oh, just send me your money and I'll send you double the amount in Bitcoin. Hopefully he didn't fall for that one. Bitcoin ATMs have been around for years, literally everywhere. Coinbase is trash, says Cosmocom. Word. We all have our own different sources to buy the biddies. Outrageous fees, family. Well, it is kind of outrageous. It is what it is. Anthony Pompliano on Bitcoin. Insurance. It is insurance. Oh, a life insurance. Interesting. Thanks, JV. The next update and your positive energy. You're welcome, Mateus. I appreciate you supporting the show and gifting some memberships today. Respect. Trust is invisible, and we can trust blockchain better than the bank ledger. Future market is game-based and not labor-based. We will play with technology, and the machines will work for us. I hope so. I hope so. Hope we're not working and enslaved to the machines, if you know what I mean. Have you heard of the SafePal wallet? I've heard of it. I haven't used it. Do you recommend it? D Johnny 55, let me know. You know what I mean? Look like USD to get the biddies. What does that say? Bithaler Mule? What up, Chief? Yeah, man. Shout out Poland. Poland in the building. Appreciate you guys. We're so early. You ask Walmart shoppers if they have Bitcoin and they say, don't save Chang. Don't save change. Remember the one skit where it's like, I think it's like a brother and sister. It's like, would you rather have $100 cash or $100 cash or one Bitcoin? And he's like, Bitcoin. And at the same time, she's like, 100 cash. She's like, why would I want one bit of a coin when I can have 100 cash? I want the money. Classic. Rumble. Yes, almost that time. The only thing positive about a Bitcoin ATM is that you can avoid KYC for the small amounts, but you're definitely pay for that luxury. Engrave is a good hardware wallet, says JBZ. Bitcoin is trustless. That's the whole point, fam. Word. Word up. What is trust? They don't really care about us. Remember that Jammy Jam from the late, great Mike Jackson? They don't really care about us. Welcome, Mark. 100K Fiesta, that's right. Discord. Discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. Represent. Let's go.
Take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin.
This is true. I will transfer part of my bag to my children after it hit 1 million just to make sure they appreciate the value of Bitcoin. Yeah, it may be wise to set your children up with a wallet with a very small amount of Bitcoin just to see their responsibility and if they can handle it and not give it to a scammer or something. You know what I mean? You may give them 0.001 Bitcoin. I don't even know what that is, but just a theoretical. And say, hey, tell them the importance and tell them how to protect it, to never give the code, to never use it, and to save it. And that'd be a test. And if they're capable of holding it, let's say for a year or whatever, you give them a little test. It's like, wow, they figured it out. Smart. Now, vice versa, if they sell the Bitcoin for Robux, cut them off. You got more teaching to do. Let's get ready to rumble. Let me get my mouse back, eh? All right, we got another secondary charge on the mouse. That should get us through the rest of the stream. Yes, it's almost Rumble time, family. You already know. Let's see where we are in the charge. Wow, 11% charge on the mouse. We're golden. We're golden here. So yeah, we're going to continue with the uncensored version of the pod, exclusive on Rumble. We need all the support we can get over on Rumble, the uncensored platform where I can speak freely. You know what I mean? So I can just speak openly. So head on over to Rumble right now. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net, and we're going to continue with the uncensored version of the podcast exclusively on Rumble. Head on over to Rumble. I'll see you guys there shortly, and don't forget this evening I'll be back on the tube at 10 p.m. Eastern with the premiere of today's live stream, which ultimately means the edited version of the pod. We condense the 90 to 2-hour stream into 30 minutes, and we premiere it every evening for those just looking for the pure content without any of the chat and interaction. So head on over to Rumble right now. Let's get this mofo started, shall we? All right. Shout out to the Rumble fam.